I'm sorry, Dad. I'm holding the microphone again. Today, guys, we have one goal, and that goal is early Oscar prediction. This is actually incredibly late for me. I normally have Oscar predictions by May, but I decided to get a life this year. Also, today, we're going to be doing them live. Yes, you are going to see me struggle and die on camera. Okay, starting off with freaking Best Picture. Obvious ones out of the way. One Battle, Hamnet, Marty Supreme. This is the Best Picture race right now. These guys are locked. Sinners, good. I still think it's getting in. It's crazy how like people were talking about this movie when it came out as if it was going to be kind of the runaway winner. And I think we thought that because in the past few years, there's been recent trends of a strong frontrunner emerging really early in the season. This happened with Oppenheimer and Everything Everywhere All at Once. And people kind of thought that that was going to be Sinners this year, but the hype has significantly died down. I'm feeling really good about this top 5. Here's where the controversy begins. I'm gonna come out and say it. I am doubtful of Wicked. Right now, I have literally no good reason to not put it in picture. I'm gonna keep it there. It's not moving anywhere. Ariana stands, please do not kill me. Please, please, please do not dox me. I will keep it in for picture for now because it does not make sense at this point to take it out. However, if you see me drop it for my predictions later, just know it was coming. And now we have flop session time. And immediately we get into the neon of it all. Okay, so right now, I'm actually thinking that it's gonna be No Other Choice and not It Was Just an Accident, which feels so bad because It Was Just an Accident literally won the palm. However, it did not place in the international category at TIFF though, and No Other Choice won that, and Sentimental Value was the runner-up. And I just, at this point, literally think that there's more hype for No Other Choice. I think Park Chan-wook and Jafar Panahi are like very similar in like notable auteur names, but it really just might end up being Park's year, and I don't know what to do with that. I've got to take it out because you know what I don't believe in? You know what I don't believe in? Is 3 neon films getting into picture. That feels insane, and I will not be doing that. So RIP, It Was Just an Accident. Welcome No Other Choice. And what does this leave us with? Okay, for now, I am gonna keep in Begonia. Because a lot of people are dropping in this from their predictions. Like, they're like, get it out of here. But here's the thing. Shittier movies get in all the time, kind of on, like, the popularity of it all. With Begonia, it's not the best reviewed Yorgos Lanthimos film. It's not, like, at the heights that, like, Poor Things and The Favorite were. But at this point, post Poor Things, you now have an audience that's being built up around the Emma Stone Yorgos Lanthimos collaborations. I actually think that Begonia is gonna pop off a bit within like pop culture and within people going and seeing it. I feel like I have like no reason to doubt it right now. Like if it was a middling flop, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna keep Begonia in for now. It's staying. Y'all can't take it away from me. Look, at the end of the day, I'm just a fangirl. Like, if this is delusional, let me live in Deluluville, but I'm keeping Begonia in. What the heck do we do with 20th Century Fox? Avatar and Springsteen. I don't think both get in. But which one? Avatar? When are we gonna keep doing this with the Avatar movies, guys? Like, when are we gonna say, like, enough is enough, and we're on the 3rd one, and do they have to get nominated for Best Picture every single time? 1 and 2 made sense. Like, 1 was the highest grossing movie ever, and, like, was so innovative with the CGI. The second one, there was, like, over 10 years of like hype building this thing up, and also it was still coming out of like COVID years. It was 2022, so like it was empty, it was open, like it made sense. We're really gonna do this every time? Like, when is the streak gonna end? And is it now? I'm really tempted. But my issue is that 20th Century's other contender is Springsteen, which it's not getting as good reviews as A Complete Unknown. And like, I just want to know who's going and seeing this movie. Okay, wait, I'm thinking. I feel like all of these musical biopics that have been successful have had a director that has pushed them to the finish line. Scott Cooper currently does not have that. So do we can it? But for what? And immediately I'm reminded of the Netflix of it all. Look how they're all 3 back to back. Nobody knows what to do with Netflix. Nobody knows, like, it's not looking good for them. The reviews for House of Dynamite after it premiered at Venice have tanked. They're still good, but like, I do not think that there's hype around this film anymore. And Jake Kelly also, though, I feel like it's not that either. So, oh my god. Is it Frankenstein? Do we actually go Frankenstein here? You know what's also wrong with this is where is Searchlight? It is not freaking Rental Family, man. Like, get Rental Family out of here. It's not that movie. But then, is it The Testament of Ann Lee or is this thing on? I think right now I don't want to say that it's Ann Lee because of how people are like saying this is a better version of Amelia Perez. Like, it's doing the weird musical thing, which obviously Amelia Perez got in last year. But I actually don't know how open people are to The Testament of Ann Lee. But then, is this thing on just premiered? Wait a minute. Oh my god, am I going into this thing on? That feels crazy. That feels literally wild. But I'm gonna do it. I can't wait for this to be like, I don't know, 17 for Best Picture and like not even be close, but I think at this point it might be as this thing on and not Ann Lee. All right, I'm doing it. I'm saying no to the Avatar and I'm saying no to the Springsteen. Double no. Right now, I don't believe in either of these two. We are getting too caught in the tradition of it all. We're getting too caught in the fact that we've nominated every single Avatar movie so far, and if it's a musical biopic, it definitely gets in. I don't think that the data is looking good for this unless it blows up at the box office next week, and I'll eat my words. I'll eat my stupid little words. So that leaves us with some baloney. You heard it here first. Best Picture, according to me, is One Battle After Another, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Sinners, Sentimental Value, Wicked for Good, No Other Choice, Begonia, Frankenstein, and Is This Thing? That's so wrong. Like, that's embarrassing. But you know what? I'm literally not going to change it. I'm going to stand by it. And if I'm right, holy shit, guys. Like, I called it in October. This is so wrong. It's staying. Director. Okay, I'm looking at the 5 that the community have, and I'm kind of tempted to stick with it, but I won't. I'm not going to. A little thing about the director's branch. Historically, the director's branch goes for auteurs. They go for those industry veterans that are like super artistic and have been working in film festivals for years. They love to pick someone international here. They love to be like, no, we have taste. Not always, but sometimes. For example, in 2023, Greta Gerwig and Alexander Payne for Barbie and the Holdovers, 2 very commercially successful films, were snubbed in favor of Jonathan Glazer for The Zone of Interest and Justine Triet for Anatomy of a Fall. They do this stuff. The director's branch is artsy. You've got to let them do their thing. Obviously, I feel very good about Paul Thomas Anderson. He's very similar to Christopher Nolan, of like someone who's like decently mainstream that's been working in the industry for years and like now has made the movie that's going to give him his flowers. Paul Thomas Anderson is safe and fine. I feel the same way about Chloe Zhao. Chloe Zhao actually won this award in 2021. They like her. And now here's where we get a little controversial. Ryan Coogler for Sinners. I'm doing this because they do it every year, where they take someone who's commercial, that is well known, but maybe a little bit too commercial, and they say, out. And while Ryan Coogler does have the Creed series and Black Panther, I think that they might snub him. I think that they might say, get out of here. And I kind of want to call that. So I'm going to take Coogler out. Marty Supreme I'm also keeping in for Josh Safdie because again, I think the picture race is between these 3 players. It makes sense for all 3 of them to be in for director. Sentimental Value, I 100% think that this is one of the international picks where they're like, hey, we know you've been working in Norway for a while, like, I think that Joachim Trier is safe here. To have consistency in my predictions, I am gonna swap It Was Just an Accident out for No Other Choice. I think that if I'm predicting No Other Choice to be the movie that gets into picture and not It Was Just an Accident, then there's no way that Panahi gets in over Park Chan-wook. And you know what? Like, other than snubbing Coogler and maybe being wrong about Jafar Panahi, I actually feel like really good about this. Those words are gonna age very poorly. Best Actress. I'm about to get controversial again. So people are talking like Jessie Buckley is going to run away with this award. So obviously her for Hamnet. Also feel really great about Renata Rines for Sentimental Value. People are saying that she is a standout in that movie. Cynthia Erivo. I did did some research on people getting nominated for the same role 2 different times. Here's the thing, is that it hasn't really happened. The last time this happened was in 2015 when Sylvester Stallone got nominated for his supporting performance in Creed as Rocky, but it had been 40 years since he was nominated initially for Rocky, and it also was different category placements. And so we're dealing with unprecedented territory this year with Wicked. We actually don't have good data that this type of thing happens. Therefore, I'm taking a risk, and I'm gonna say that a revote doesn't get in. Ooh. I feel like I'm like one of the only people that thinks this. But hey, it's October and it's time to be stupid and young and dumb and fun. I'm taking a revo out. People are not putting Emma Stone for Begonia in. And guys, do I need to remind you that she shaved her head for this movie? Emma Stone shaves her head. Mama is safe. I also still feel good about Amanda Seyfried. I think that she's doing the freaky, horny, religious girl stuff. People love her. I feel good about Miss Amanda here. Now, Chase Infinity, on the other hand. So they just announced that Chase Infinity is in fact going lead for One Battle After Another. And I don't think that she's gonna get in. She's really young and she is a newcomer. So unless we're doing this thing where we love One Battle literally so much that we're just doing whatever we want, I'm not buying it. But who I do buy is Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs I'd Kick You. A24 has got that pretty open slate, and they have so much space in their campaign to be able to push Rose Byrne like crazy. Someone that I want to talk about really briefly though is Jennifer Lawrence for Die My Love. I literally was just talking to a friend yesterday how I was like, Jennifer Lawrence is so cooked, like it's literally not gonna happen. But I need to watch my words a little bit. The whole thing with Die My Love is that it's not looking good in the sense that it premiered at Cannes and a lot of people really did not jive with it. I think all the cool people were jiving with it, but the public was really like, no. The reviews were that Jennifer Lawrence was really good. But then we watched this movie evade every single fall festival. Mubi brought it nowhere because Lynn Ramsey allegedly re-edited the film. Since its premiere at Cannes, she's been in the editing room and she's been cooking up something different. Therefore, it's possible in which the re-edit of this film is an absolute banger and critical success. Everyone loves Jennifer Lawrence. Everyone wants to award her. I would watch out. A couple other brief mentions. I'm gonna be so real. I do not know like what this is, but people are acting like Kate Hudson and this could happen. That's my take. Here's the 5 that we're going for October. Best Actor. Wow, people are really going Wagner Moura. We'll get the obvious ones out of the way. Timmy. Probably winning at this point. Maybe, we don't know for sure, because it's October, but like, he's got all the reviews he needs to for Marty Supreme. Leo, also, another lock. This is not a Killers of the Flower Moon situation. He is an absolute standout in One Battle After Another, and if that's the Academy's favorite movie this year, he's safe, he's fine. Jeremy Allen White, albeit I did just take it out of picture, but I still have it in because he is doing the things that he needs to do and he's campaigning. If you are a man in a musical biopic, you have a really good shot, and I don't have any reason right now to doubt that. Wake up! And now I get to crash out. Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, to me, is not the standout performance in Sinners. That would be Delroy Lindo. Also, with him playing twins, I'm kind of doubtful. I need to do research on leads in ensemble movies and how they do, because Sinners is an ensemble movie. You could argue that One Battle is the same, even though Leo is clearly the lead of that. Whereas Sinners, people were like, oh, is Michael B. Jordan gonna be in lead or supporting? That was never in the question for Leo. I'm kind of feeling like it might not happen. But then who do we go to? Oh, I don't know. This feels bad. This feels really bad. This feels so bad. I just really don't know if he's got it. Like, I'm gonna have to see where the nominations take us. Okay, hot take incoming. Jesse Plemons for Begonia. Listen, the Academy loves Jesse Plemons, and apparently his role in Begonia is insane. He's so amazing. Like, I feel like the only reason why people are doubting it is because they're kind of doubting Begonia as a whole. Jesse Plemons literally got in for his supporting performance in Power of the Dog Yes, I understand it was a COVID year, but still. I think that the Academy loves this guy. I think that the industry loves this guy. Jesse Plemons, everyone. Then I'm like tempted to go Dwayne Johnson. I haven't seen The Smashing Machine yet. I was tempted to go for him because it feels so obvious. It's like The Rock is in tons of makeup and it's like this big dramatic performance. But this movie is like really getting shit on in a way that it's not bad, but it's kind of like everyone's like, it's meh, or it's bombing at the box office. And like none of the headlines are really supporting like, this guy's gonna get into the Oscars. I might keep him out, but then does that mean I'm going Wagner Moura? This feels insane to me because I don't have the secret agent getting in for anything else but international. So Wagner Moura getting in here makes me be like, do I even have no other choice wrong? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna need to see him win New York Critics Circle. And then maybe I'll be like, okay, he's legitimately the critics push. Oh, but does anything else make sense? Like Jay Kelly, gone. Ethan Hawke and Blue Moon. Blue Moon people don't hate. People are chilling with Blue Moon. Therefore... oh my god, what a shit show. I like how I make these decisions individually and then I like finally look at my 5 and I'm like, what are you doing? But once again, I'm gonna stick with it. Can't a girl have fun? Can't a girl be silly and be like, no, it's Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon and Jesse Plemons for Begonia? Like seeing it out right now, I'm like, no, I'm dumb. This is definitely not gonna happen. But I made arguments about everything else and I gotta be consistent with at least the words that I say, so...
remember your liars.
Wait, I lied. I know I'm like reaching to Luluville because I'm like, I'm one of the first people to figure out that this is gonna happen. It's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, no, I'm doing this. Sorry, Ethan Hawke, R.I.P. You're one of my goats. I love you, but guys, am I onto something? I'm not. But what if I am? I feel like this graph right now. So this is the 5. I'm so ready for this to age like milk. Like, we're cooked. Supporting actress. Okay, so everything that I just said about Wicked, forget that. I'm keeping Grande in. Last year, Cynthia Erivo genuinely was not in the winning contention race. Like, she was number 4 in her category, whereas Ariana was arguably number 2 for supporting actress last year. So, I still think that she is gonna get in. So don't worry, Ariana stans, you actually don't need to dox me. Sit down. I believe in our girl. Yes. Teyana Taylor for One Battle, I also feel really good about. The Academy loves to nominate people with like 30 minutes of screen time. I think that she's explosive in the first 30 minutes of One Battle. It makes sense to have her here. Then we have both of the sentimental value girlies. Oh, this is interesting because Elle Fanning obviously is the name. She is the actress that everyone's gonna recognize. But apparently, Lilius is the standout. I kind of still feel good about keeping both of them in. Maybe one of them is gonna just totally take over the other or they'll cancel each other out, but right now we don't know. I think at least one of these girls is gonna get in, so I'm gonna have both so I at least get one right, cause that's math. Okay, from my understanding, Gwyneth Paltrow is not the Marty Supreme standout. It's actually Odessa A. Zion, and I'm gonna call that right now. Now, am I just being stupid on any other fronts? Amy Madigan, I'm gonna predict she's gonna get nominated for Critics' Choice and nothing else. I think that she was amazing in Weapons. I feel like there's actually competition here enough though that I don't believe that she's just gonna like peep in there. Regina Hall is a genuine, it might happen for One Battle. I think that the performance that she gives with her eyes, she is very memorable. She doesn't have the most screen time to work with, but again, if this is a we love one battle after another literally so much, then that means that she does stand a chance. So I'm gonna keep her there. I totally am of the belief that Wumi Masaku is the Sinner's potential. I just don't know if it's gonna happen for Sinners at this point with acting. Which is crazy because remember when we're all like, and this is winning SAG Ensemble? These are the 5. This is how I'm feeling. This feels pretty good right now. Supporting actor. The race to win right now is genuinely between these 3 boys. I don't have to worry about these 3 boys. Then we get a little silly down below. Oh no. I'm worried for Jeremy Strong. Actually, why? scratch that. I'm a little worried for Jeremy Strong if Springsteen's not in picture like I'm predicting. But these musical biopics do have the ability to get supporting actors nominated. I still feel good about keeping Jeremy in there even if the movie is not popping off because he's Jeremy Strong and apparently he's incredible. Adam Sandler though. The reviews are that Adam Sandler is good, but he's not even like better than George Clooney. And especially since I do not have George Clooney currently, it does not make any sense for me to predict Adam Sandler. So then what do we do? Okay, I think I've made a decision. I think it's very fair if I'm not saying Chase Infinity, I still feel like Benicio could make it in. If we think they're gonna just really love that movie in a bunch of ways, I think it's possible. Delroy Lindo does not make sense with my current predictions. Miles Caton is too young. I gotta see Mr. Lloydie first. I gotta see him with my own eyes, and then I'll reassess there. I don't think that any of these have a chance on the way down. This is the 5 we're rocking with. Once again, feel good about this one, only because I'm definitely going 3 out of 5 in this category, and maybe 4 out of 5? We've got the screenplay categories, and then we're done. Original screenplay. What are we doing here? Sinners, absolute lock. This is fine. Sentimental value, absolute lock. Marty Supreme, absolute lock. This award right now is totally just between these 3 movies. So despite me taking It Was Just an Accident out of picture and director, I actually think that screenplay is where this film will be recognized. It is one of the most critically acclaimed movies of the year. I'm not worried about that. And now we get a little silly. Oh god, it looks crazy the longer you go. When I was doing an itty bit of research for this, I was about to say, I guess House of Dynamite needs to get something. And then I looked up Noah Oppenheim's credits, and he wrote The Maze Runner and the 3rd Divergent movie. And I said, maybe I'm gonna pass on that one. Wait. Welcome to Delusionalville. All aboard the SS Whack to Delusionville. I am the captain, and this is the 5. Final category, adapted screenplay. Everyone's been talking about how adapted screenplay is an open wasteland. I kind of see why when scrolling through these things right here. One Battle and Hamnet, obvious. If I'm gonna keep Begonia in picture and both of them an actor and actress, I'm gonna keep an adapted screenplay. I think that that's fair. So far, every single Knives Out movie has made it in. Now, granted, Glass Onion was a COVID year, but again, do I have good reason to doubt right now? For what? Frankenstein? Wait. Frankenstein. Well, I'm keeping no other choice. Okay, I'm gonna say Knives Out 1 makes sense to get in because Knockout. Great movie. Knives Out 2, I remember this year in adapted screenplay. It was so wide open. It makes sense why Knives Out 2 got in. I don't know if we do it a 3rd time. This is the year of sequels and trilogies that I don't know what to do with. And I go, are they gonna do it again? So I'm gonna go Frankenstein. If I have it in for picture, then it doesn't not make sense. Wait a minute. But then my screenplay category is all movies that are in picture. And I don't think that that happens every year. So on that note, welcome back, Knives Out. Wait, just kidding. I know I'm predicting Frankenstein for picture, but it's not a lock. It is one of those that I might be dummy, stupid, dumb for putting it in. So don't fight me on the logic. I know it doesn't make sense, but maybe it makes kind of sense. And welcome to the 5. This is what we're predicting. And this is me accepting my award for getting everything right in October. I wanted to take some bolder swings just so that I can look back and have a giggle or feel really embarrassed. And that's content, baby. You wanted to see this. You wanted to see me put Is This Thing on it. I know you all were begging for it. You can lob your tomatoes at me whenever you want to. And those are my early above the line Oscar predictions. Please be nice to me, Wicked Stans. Please be so nice. Stay tuned for more content.